Okay, we're going to talk about the Hebrew alphabet. So, Aleph. That's your first letter. Aleph. And its numeric value is 1. The sound it makes is not really a sound that we really notice in English. It's, I suppose we might think it was silent, but the sound it makes is like the H in hour. It's actually a glottal stop is what it's called in linguistics. But there's something in your throat that just kind of closes when you say that, hour. And in Hebrew, you can't start a word with a vowel. So this is what it will start with. If you, with your English mind, are hearing a vowel at the beginning, it's going to start with either this or the other glottal stop letter that they have. And I'll tell you when I get there. Okay, but the picture that goes with this is an ox. It's an ox or a bull. Aleph is an ox. Every letter, in English, our letter names don't really have a meaning per se, and if they do mean something, it's a coincidence, like C or Y, or U. But in Hebrew, the letters are named purposely as a picture or a word. So that's what that one is, an ox or a bull. And then you have bait. Bait is 2. It says B sound or a V sound, and it is a house or a tent. So you either have a B sound or a V sound. And it's, I don't know, there might be a rule or something, but I haven't noticed what it is yet. It seems pretty random to me. And then, because I don't know if it actually matters for the meaning of the word. This is Gimel. Gimel has a G sound, like a hard G, G, and it is a camel. Gimel is 3. Dalet. Dalet is 4. It has a D sound, and can you see? Sorry. And 4 is a door. It's a door. So as you can maybe guess, this is how we put a meaning to a number. Is we're looking at the number that goes with it and then the picture, because I've been telling you guys about that. Okay, so Hey is 5. It actually has an H sound, and it is a window, and it's like it's not, I guess the meaning is not necessarily the window, but what you're looking out the window to see. It's something that you see through the window. Kind of has the idea of revealing something, and so we see it as 5 is the number of grace, because we feel like the window is revealing grace, God's favor. And then Vav. Okay, Vav is 6. It will have like either a V sound or a W sound as a consonant. When you see it written in Hebrew, where they don't usually put vowels, because a lot of times they don't put any vowels, it will either be a U sound, and if there was a vowel, the dot would be here, or it'll be a O sound, and if there's a vowel, the dot will be there. So it can also be a vowel. It will be U or O. Okay, and that is it's a nail. So the meaning is kind of like to add something or to secure something. Okay, so then this Zion is 7. It has a Z sound, and it is a weapon. So kind of biblically, the meaning of 7 is rest. So I think it's interesting that it's a weapon, because rest is a weapon in the spirit realm. Okay, and then chet is 8, and it has that guttural sound. I don't know how you would possibly write it. It's chet. And chet is a fence. It can be a hedge or a chamber. I think it has a kind of a private meaning. Biblically, it's got a meaning of like new beginnings. So, however that works out. Then we have tet, which is 9. So, and it has a T sound. There seems to be some... I wish I could have found an actual Hebrew source for this, because there seems to be some differing opinions about what tet is, and I tried to look it up independently, and I couldn't find anything at all. These guys are saying that it's a snake. I've also heard basket. So, whoops, which it does look like a basket to me, but you can see it kind of looks like a basket. Yod, or Yud, I guess, I don't really know, is a 10, Yud, and it's, Yud is a closed hand. Whoops, it has a yes sound. It's a closed hand. So the idea of a closed hand is working or making something, or even self-effort. And then we have Kaf, which is 20. It has kind of a hard K sound, but I think I've heard people say it kind of almost like this with the guttural. Maybe it's a milder one, I don't know. And it is an open hand. Okay, so an open hand is more like it can be to cover, to allow it. And somebody said strength, which is interesting because in our thinking it's kind of like grace, like you open your hand and let God do it, or even he opens his hand and gives to you out of his favor. So it can also be a wing or an arm, I guess, at least according to these people. Whatever. And then Lamed is 30, and it has an L sound. Lamed is a staff. You can kind of see that a little bit. It's a staff. Some people say also a cattle goad, like to prod or something to go towards, even a tongue maybe. Lamed, and then Mem. Okay. Mem is 40. Has an M sound. Oops, no puedo escribir. Sorry. Mem. And then it is water. Kind of an ocean type of idea, I guess. Massive, overpower, chaos. But it's water. And then this is Noon. Noon is 50. And Noon has an N sound. And Noon is a fish. It's a moving fish. A moving fish. So symbolizes activity and life. Samech is it's round. You have to pay attention because there's another one that'll look similar. When mem comes at the end of the word, it will look really similar to this, but it's square. This one is round. Sometimes you'll see it written just as a straight circle, so that can be confusing at first. But this is 60, and it has an S sound. It's a prop. It's a prop. It's like the kind of prop that supports something, you prop something up. Ayin is 70, and it has, this is the other glottal stop. This is the other glottal stop. Whoops, no, like as an hour. It is an I. Ayin is an I. So to see, to know, to experience. Pay. Pay is 80, and it has a P or an F sound, P or F. It is a mouth. You can kind of see that. It kind of looks like a head from the side, and then the mouth is open, because it is the idea of an open mouth, speaking in a word. Tzade, or tzadi, however you say it, is 90. Tzadi. Tzadi has a TS sound. It's kind of a challenge for Americans, I guess, to say that at the beginning of a word, but it does start words sometimes, so you just say tz. It's like at the end of puts, but it's at the beginning sometimes. Tzade is a fish hook. It's a fish hook. You can kind of see that a little bit. It can mean harvest or a desire. Cough. Maybe my blood sugar is low. I don't know. 100. Cough is the back of the head. Oh, and it has a sound. It's like a hard K sound, but it's like back in your throat. I can't quite do it. I've heard people that do that unconsciously, I think. But it's a K sound way back in your throat. It's a hard K. Cough is the back of the head. So you can kind of see that, I think. I don't know. It can mean behind, the last, or the least. Resh, not to be confused with Dalit. Dalit is more square. This one has a round ear. It is 200. Has an R sound. Resh. I don't know if they roll their R's at all. Not for sure. Resh means head, as in, like, it means head, like a literal head, but like the highest. Like, it can be like a person that's the head of something. They say Rosh Hashanah, head of the year. That's their new year. Resh. I think maybe one reason they don't put vowels in is because it's the vowels that change with the different forms of the words or whatever, like conjugations and whatever. I wish I knew this a little more, but I'm learning. And so this is sheen or seen. It can be seen or sheen. This one does have a specific, it can be S or it can be SH, and there is a specific rule for that, because when you have the points written in, if it's here, see if I can remember this properly. I think if the point is here, it's S, and if it's here, it's sh. There is a rule, so, and it does make a difference. Anyways, but sometimes they don't write it with the points, and you just have to know, I guess. To know Hebrew. It is teeth. Sheen is teeth. It can mean consume or destroy, and it's 300. And then tav. Tav is 400, and that is your other T sound, and it means a sign or a cross. Okay. Symbolic meaning can be like covenant or to seal. So that is your Hebrew alphabet. I don't think they consider the vowels to be part of their alphabet at all, and in fact they don't usually write them in modern Hebrew, If you have a Bible that has the Hebrew in it, then they will do you the courtesy of writing the vowels in. But vowels are written like below or above or inside the letter, the consonants. It'll be like, for example, if I'm writing Sefer, and Hebrew goes this way, opposite of English. So Sefer is like this. These are the vowels. So it can look like that. There's lots of different vowels. There's like the A, like a ah sound, or there's like I said, with Vav, you can have a point here and that'll be oo, but if the point is up here, it's O, and you'll see this one sometimes over other consonants and it's always O. But yeah, they won't, modern Hebrew doesn't seem to use any vowels, except for sometimes they'll put this one in, but they won't point it, so you don't know which vowel it is. But they will use that one. Sometimes they just write that one like straight line. So, yeah, I don't know if there's any others that they use for vowels. I think that's the only one. This one, Yud, they'll write it like this and it'll have a E under it, a point underneath. That's E. You can say ye or e, or I don't know. So, but yeah, they don't really. Okay, I just wanted to do this for my son because I know he wants to learn Hebrew, and Duolingo just throws you right in without telling you what the letters are, and you just, I don't know how you would know, unless they did that to me because I tried to take a placement test twice, but it didn't seem to take, so it seems like they just throw you in without any explanation of how to read it. So you can let me know if it's otherwise. All right.